Today we're going to identify the principles of scientific communication. The 5 principles of scientific communication are listed as: number 1, assemble a knowledgeable and diverse group of experts. Number 2, recount the story. Number 3, take a personal approach. Number 4, speak with your audience, not to them. And number 5, be human first. Ensuring that you create a diverse team that can address the subject in an informative manner, along with addressing the issues from an ethical standpoint from different perspectives. This is done by collaborating with different individuals who all have something to bring to the table. It is also important to market the information that you are putting out there. Many times, although the information may be accurate or competent, it does not reach multiple audiences because of the delivery of the information. We must make our information appealing and focus on the audience that we want to reach. For example, are we talking to children or are we talking to the parents? Does our audience have prior experience with a topic, or are we educating the general public? Appealing to those who you are trying to reach is important, and we do that by knowing our audience and by ensuring that we are reaching out to a targeted set of individuals, if that is what our goal is, or a diverse audience that will assist in disseminating information. We must engage our audience and make it a two-way conversation. So much information is out there, but may not be well known because that research failed to communicate to diverse audiences. Providing information and research is not useful unless people use information to make changes or to reinforce the current practice. Remember, as humans, we must connect to whom we are communicating with in order for them to hear our message. We do this by establishing trust and providing competent information to our audience. Diving deeper, there are ethical implications in human research. Many times individuals have information that is informative and competent, but it fails to discuss the ethical implications of the research conducted. As healthcare providers, we have an obligation to ensure that we are providing informed consent, respecting the patient's privacy, and ensuring that the research that is being conducted is ethical in practice. Looking at the ethical issues, informed consent is ultimately one of the most important things that we do treating an individual. We must ensure that we are providing them with enough information in a clear and concise manner that the patient can understand. We must guide them in identifying the risks versus benefits of the research they are about to partake in, and we must also give them the autonomy to proceed in research of their own free will. Because informed consent is so important, we should probably discuss how to use different styles of communication when relaying information to our patients. An example of this type of communication would be when we are communicating with a child. Be sure that you are making them aware of what is about to happen in terms that they understand. One would avoid using extensive terminology and might consider using pictures or a doll, all while being honest so that you create trust with the child. When communicating with the parents, you may go into further detail and tailor your explanation to include more scientific terminology, while still keeping in mind that they may not have any medical background. It is always good to have them explain to you how they interpret that information so that you know if they receive the information as intended or if further education is necessary. If you are providing written instruction, it is important to make your message clear and simple. When you communicate in a written style, it is important that you not be so wordy because you may lose important parts of your message. Set the tone of your message. If it is meant to be formal, use a professional tone and organize your information in a format that is logical and provides clarity of the message that you are trying to relay. Remember, communication is how we relay our thoughts and knowledge to the world. Put it out there in a way where your audience is willing to accept and share it with those around them. This will keep you from wasting time and paper on information that will only remain on a shelf of some library that no one but those that worked on it will care about.